Hey, I'm back. I had signed my contract today, so I am officially, I guess, well, what is it? I think you sign it partially now, and then you sign it complete, like the final sign or something like that later. Not 100%, but I think because I've signed it, I've now like agreed this is my job, this is what I'm taking, and then I accept everything else on the paper. I'm not going to show it because I think it's got some sensitive information on there about me, and I just don't need it to be out there. But I was given this little tip handbook, and I'm going to go through some of the basic training related stuff. I mean, everything's almost about it, but the stuff that might be helpful tips, because I'm assuming these are going to be starting to be given out by every recruiter. My friend signed, he signed his contract 2 days ago, and I found out he's not leaving in February, he's leaving in March. So I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be about a fourth week here by the time he gets there, and then he's gonna get there 4 days before my birthday. So that'll be interesting, because I might be able to see him around as a sneaker weeker. I'm just gonna have some fun stories if I see him around. I will laugh at him if he gets yelled at. That's gonna happen. But I'm gonna go through this, a couple things, just read it off of here because this is like as up-to-date information as I can find, and no other videos that I've seen have a pamphlet like this that just tells you all the information and stuff that you can and cannot have, and just it's got like a weekly BMT schedule. So let's go into this. What to bring to basic military training. I'm gonna hold my cat while I read because she's biting things. You're going to want your toothbrush case, preferably not a rounded one, because if it's rounded, it'll roll around in your security drawer. So you want to try to find a blocky one, so it'll be blocky. Make sure it's blocky. And I can't hold her because she's crazy. You're going to want toothpaste. You want to find, it'll be helpful for you to find one that is a pop top and not a twist on, because the pop on is easier to clean, I've heard, and it makes sense. Try to find things that are just easier to clean and maintain. Apparently it's mandatory to bring floss. Never heard anyone else say that, but I'm probably gonna bring that anyway. My cat is biting things again. Get off! You will definitely want shaving equipment. That entails the razors, extra heads if you have that. The shaving cream, which you can't have a certain kind. You can't have like aerosol. I don't know if the foam is considered aerosol, but I mean gel you can't get in trouble for, I don't think, because it doesn't fall under anything that you can't bring. You're gonna want deodorant, shampoo, which I'm kind of confused on because I'm gonna have to have my head shaved anyway, but I don't know. I'm just gonna bring it. On here it says soap and soap case. I'm assuming it means bar soap or body wash. So if you have bar soap, you'll want a case for that bar. Probably don't want to bring that, because if, like my recruiter said to me today, if it does drop, not only do you have to like reach down and get it, but it's just dropped on a floor that so many other people's like filth has been washed onto. You really wouldn't want to use that again. She's going crazy down here, just attacking something. Let me show you. Gimme. No, gimme. I don't know where oh, now I know where. Got those little, like, plant things. We have, like, a thing full of cattails. I don't know why or where they came from. But, yeah. Let me go put her in my room real quick. Alright. She's locked in my room for now. You may also bring laundry soap, only if you're allergic to a certain kind, and you have to buy a different brand to make sure it's not going to irritate your skin. Black shower shoes. Everyone says flip-flops, and who's it? I think my recruiter said she would recommend the leather kind. I've heard people say you can get them at like Old Navy. If it does have like a logo on there, you can easily use nail polish remover and just like strip it off. You'll want some ballpoint pens, either blue or black. Probably gonna get both just in case I can't use one or the other. You'll want like a notepad or some type of paper or both. Probably, I don't know about loose leaf paper, but I think I'm just gonna get a spiral, and then in the back, someone had a good suggestion, write down all the addresses of people you want to mail, and and then you'll have that in the back of your book when you're ready to write. Because then you just tear it out and you just put it in an envelope. Easy. It does say paper in here, so I guess you should bring a little bit of loose leaf paper, just in case for whatever this needs. If you have contact lenses or glasses, you need to bring them. There's a couple of female-specific things I'm just going to mention. The 6 pairs of underwear, 6 sports bras, hair bands, bobby pins, etc., whatever you may need to pin up your hair. The brushes or combs, 1 each. Nylons/pantyhose, 7 WOT. I don't know what that means. 7 capital WOT. I can't focus. I'm sorry. Sanitary napkins/tampons. 1 PKG or package. And then for optional items, you can bring envelopes, a box of envelopes. You will need a stamp book with that, or I guess you can buy them while you're there. It's recommended to bring 2 towels. I was told when you get there you're going to get towels, but maybe they're talking about... I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about this one. Because if you're going to tech school after, I assume everyone's going to have a way to get like another bag of civilian stuff brought to them. That's what I'm going to do when my parents and who else is coming. They're going to bring down a bag for me that has extra things like more clothes, towels, stuff like that. It says, as well, optional, 2 D-sized batteries. I was told this is for the flashlight cone thing that you may or may not have seen in the march or is it like nighttime marching videos or something like that. Everyone's just like holding that cone in an orange vest. I think that cone takes the D batteries, and I mean, I guess you can bring it then so you're ahead of the game, or you'd have to go to the store and buy more. Not sure how that works. This says nail trimming equipment, but I'm just going to say this is not an option. This is a mandatory item. Bring nail clippers. Everyone talks about clipping strings is your job. If you have a little tiny thread, you can get like a demerit or something. You will get called out for it. You will clip that stuff. That is your job when you're there. Bring nail clippers. You can't have the file on it. That is considered a weapon, apparently. Just make sure you got this right. You will want a watch. I was told you want to try to find one that's like a band and not like little chain links that like bend a certain way. I'm not 100% sure why. It might be easier just have the band for one thing. Maybe the links are considered, like, because they're heavy, it could be used as a weapon. I don't know if you can take it off. I'm not sure about that. It might also be cheaper to just get the single band to go around your arm. And a sewing kit is optional. I think what I'm going to do, personally, is getting a black thread. I don't know what to call it. A spool of black thread, that's what it is. And a needle somehow, like, have this little tiny thing of just those 2 items, because if I do need to sew on a button or sew back together a small tear, I can do that from the inside. And I mean, if any black is shown, black goes with anything, I assume. It doesn't say it on here, but I know you're allowed to bring lip balm or chapstick, whatever it may be. And then it also doesn't say in the mandatory section, bring your phone and your charger. You're going to need those. Now, do not bring these items. Oversized luggage or bags, you're going to have to lug it anyway. You don't want it to be heavy or big. Knives, guns, brass knuckles, or anything that may be used as a weapon. That's kind of worded wrong because I think anything can be used as a weapon. But, you know, not obvious weapons. Don't bring anything that's intentionally able to cause harm to people. Got it? Dice, playing cards, or anything that may be used as games. And then it says magazines, books, crossword puzzles. I mean, I think crossword puzzles is considered a game. But don't bring any, like, pastime items. Your BMTSG, or Basic Military Training Study Guide. You're going to have your face in that book the whole time you're there. You're not going to have free time, really. You can't bring large photo albums. A few pictures of family members is acceptable, or whoever, I guess, is acceptable. You are not allowed to bring, however, materials that are pornographic or can be questionable as pornographic. Just, that's obvious. Don't do that. You can't bring any over-the-counter medication, and no aerosol sprays. And an example, you can't have hairspray, deodorant, or starch, or whatever you use starch for. I think something to do with laundry. Your required documentation. These are all if applicable, so if you need this, then it applies to you. Otherwise, don't worry. Civilian eyeglass prescription, you need a copy of that. Contact lenses prescription, you need a copy of that. Any important paperwork related to a medical prescription. Your driver's license, social security card, marriage certificate, spouse documents, and under that category you need birth certificate, social security card, and driver's license of your spouse, sorry. You will need dependents' birth records, and that means kids or people you are legally responsible for. JROTC or ROTC certifications. So if you took any of those classes in, I guess, high school, I don't know if they do in college, then you bring those certificates or papers. Civil Air Patrol certificates or Eagle Scouts, original papers of those. Certificates on trainings. So these things must be verifiable, that's what it is. EMT training, electrician training, certain job helping skills that you got training for, bring verifiable proof. Naturalization papers, I really don't know what that is. Permanent resident card, original of the naturalization papers. Enlistment contract, a copy of it. So the thing that I just got today, it was 2 papers for me. The things that I had to sign and initial all over, I can bring a copy of that. So I can keep my original safe at home. New college transcripts, you'll need your sealed original copies. Don't know. Promissory note if applying for college loan repayment program. Visitor access request letter or VARL copy. I think that means the paper that you write down names of the family members or friends who are coming at your graduation. I think that's what that means. Alright, your schedule is going to look something like this. The day you have to go, like the day that everything is happening, will be the same day you're going to the hotel nearest to MEPS, because I believe everyone has to stay in a hotel the day before they leave. You will, I believe this is going to be your last briefing with your recruiter. You'll have a 45-day, 30-day, 15-day, 7-day, 3-day, and 1 day. I think that's all of them. A bunch of briefings, make sure nothing has changed, and giving you new information that may or may not be there. On that 1-day briefing, you will leave your recruiter's office, or sometime in between. You'll go to your recruiter, and then later you will go to the hotel, or might go straight to MEPS. Not sure how they're going to do that. It's going to be different for everyone. Before I went to the MEPS building, sorry, they told me that I could drive to the hotel myself. So it's just different. Ask questions from your recruiter and see what he or she may tell you. But you will be going to MEPS. I'm not 100% sure on what they're going to do. They have to make sure nothing has changed and do... I was told it's not the full MEPS again, but I was also told that it is. I don't know what to expect, but you will be going to MEPS. Things will be verified whether they have or have not changed. You will go back to the hotel, and then the next day I believe you go back to MEPS, and you will ship out. And I'm not sure which day that you will be doing your final swearing. But once you get to basic training, you have your basic military training weekly schedule. Processing week is 0 week. Also, I think it's known as sneaker wakers. You will have your initial physical fitness evaluation. Don't stress a lot about this. If you don't get the best numbers and you are trying your hardest, this is just to see where you are, and that's just for the MTIs and MTLs, I don't know what you call them, all the upper people. You have your immunizations, drug testing, uniform issue, haircuts, uniform code of military justice. Confused on that. Then you move from your 0 week to your 1st week. Weapons issue, M16 breakdown and reassembly, 1st week briefing, record/ID processing, medical and dental processing, dress and appearance, number 1, rank recognition, law of armed conflict, human relations, nutrition and fitness, rendering courtesies, warrior role. Your 2nd week, integrated defense, weapons cleaning, career guidance, and recruit living area progress check. 3rd week, job classification interviews, Self-aid, buddy care, or SABC. Drill precision. That was it. Fourth week, sorry. You will have haircuts again, because by the time you're gonna have more hair, and they just don't want you to have hair other than females. I think it's not necessary, and it's not, like, not allowed, you know? It's up to them what they want to do. They get to keep their hair if they want. You have your second uniform issue. I think the first issue is your ABUs. I'm not sure what they're called. The military looking camo. And then the second one will be your blues, maybe? I don't know. Don't quote me on this. I'm not sure. It's just what I'm thinking. Your BMT obstacle course. Chemical, biological, nuclear defense training. Or CBRNE, if you've heard that. And I think training is supposed to be education. I don't know, because CBRNE doesn't really sound CBRNE. Improvised explosive device familiarization. IED. Anti-terrorism training. Dress and appearance number 2. Weapons evaluation. Your fifth week. CPR familiarization. Build temper tents. I don't know, it's all capital, it must stand for something. M16 weapon live fire. So I've seen a video of a bunch of trainees lined up, laying down, I think, and they all shot at the same time. Joint warfare, I don't know what that is. Public relations and media, basic leadership, security programs, mental preparation for combat, basic situational awareness, pugil stick fighting, which that is people having pretty much giant Q-tips, like giant Q-tips, that's what they are, and you smack each other with them. Introduction to the Code of Conduct, AEF pre-deployment preparation, AEF assignment notification, I don't know what those are, but I mean, we'll all find out later. 6th week, basic expeditionary airmen, skills training exercise, oh, that's all one thing, it's Beast Week, that's what it is. Deployment briefing, equipment issue, camp set up. I don't know why this is so hard to read. Field training exercise. That is all 6th week. Your 7th week is your final physical fitness evaluation, your combat stress recovery, financial management, sexual assault prevention and response, career progress and quality force. Oh, I thought I read that wrong. Joint ethics, military citizenship, Air Force history, Air Force organization, healthy lifestyles and alcohol/drug awareness, prevention and treatment training, and environmental awareness. Now, 8th week, your final week there, hopefully, unless you've been recycled, sorry, but you may or may not have done something to deserve it. Your written test is going to be there, so anything from your BMTSG will be on that test. Pay attention, and then things that are maybe taught in classes and through like Beast Week, CBRNE, your M16 firing, and like breaking down and cleaning. All that stuff, I believe, is going to be on the test. Just pay attention, okay? Pay attention. It's all there for you. Airmanship and core values briefing, technical school briefing, haircuts again. The Airmen's coin ceremony will be that day too, the 8th week, back where I am. Retreat, honor graduate ceremony, parade/graduation, open house, and the town pass. Your town pass means that you're able to go around the base with your family or whoever's down, or yourself, I guess. I mean, just yourself with no one. I think that's what that means. I believe the open house means you can have family, whoever, walk around the base with you, or the basic training section. You can just be like, hey, this is where I ate lunch. This is where I slept. You can walk around and everything. Yeah, so that's like the time of finishing and graduating. By the time, I was told from my recruiter, by the time you get to your tech school, or while you're in tech school, I'm not sure, somewhere around that time, you will know about what base you're going to. And around this time is when you should start applying for RAP, or the Recruiter Assistance Program, if I can speak. You want to tell your recruiter that you're out, you're at tech school, that you're interested in RAP. If they say it's too early, make a note of it and tell them a little bit later. I don't know. Just speak with your recruiter. The best person to talk to be with your recruiter for RAP is your recruiter, which they're going to tell you everything you're going to need to know, but there's 5 steps here. Complete the application provided by your recruiter. You have to obtain approval by your technical school leader. Email or fax approved application to your recruiter for local squadron approval. If approved, you will call your recruiter and get all the details of when and where. Which you should already know where because you went to your recruiter for that. I think. And that's basically everything. There's a couple things I didn't say from in here, but this is mainly about BMT video. That's pretty much everything. I don't want to say that this is going to be how it will be from here on out. I've heard BMT changes week by week. This is just what I have as current information. So things will, almost positively will be different. But for those of you that are like me and wanted extra details that some videos really didn't hit on, here you go. I hope this was everything. If you have any more questions, I can probably answer it from here or from my knowledge through other videos or just from what I've asked my recruiter. Thank you for watching and see you later. Hey there, I'm back for another video. I have a little bit of information. Okay, bye. I had graduated,